Hey up YouTube, Iron Tyrant here, and in this video we're going to be returning to New Eden. Yes, it has been a while since my last EvE video, but it's one of them games that just keeps drawing me back in, and now that I'm going to have a bit more time to play it, EvE is now a viable option once again. But yeah, so like I said, EvE Online, it does draw me back in every time I stop playing it. There's something about how the game mechanics work which just really appeals to me. First off, the community on EvE is brilliant. It's by far one of the better gaming communities out there, because if you've got a question, 9 times out of 10 someone out there will answer it for you. There's a lot of helpful people out there, but there's also a lot of people out there who want to do you harm, which I think adds to the game. Secondly, the sandbox effect of EvE. It's just brilliant how nothing else out there currently matches that. How you can make all the plans in the world, and 9 times out of 10 someone can come along and ruin them for you. Just how stuff always changes, it's brilliant in my opinion. I love how it's unpredictable of what's going to happen, and you can't really predict what is going to happen. Also, this time we're going to be looking at a few different things. I think when we come back into it, we may start dabbling in combat a little bit. Combat, like I said, is something I've not really looked at much in EvE before, but I do love the mechanics of it, and now every little number can make that little bit difference, and how you have to sort of imagine how you're going to have to fit that ship to beat who you're going to be facing. So it's all that element of predicting what's going to happen, which, like I said previously, is very hard to do in EvE. We're also going to be looking at exploration a little bit more, which is something I've covered in the past. In the past we've just looked at some fits for the tier 1 exploration ships for new players. We're continuing along this front, showing exploration for new players. We'll start covering different areas of it, so maybe looking at the hacking minigame in a bit more detail, scanning down sites, and look at exploring in different areas. So we'll continue with the high sec theme, then we'll also look at low sec, null sec and wormhole space, to give new explorators out there the idea of how much money is there to be earned, and also how dangerous and difficult it can be at times. We may also start looking at exploration combat sites. These are something I've only dabbled in the past. I've done a few, but there's a lot of money to be earned there, so it is something I'm definitely going to consider looking at on the channel. I'm going to get a few more under my belt first, get that practicing, and then I'll bring back what I've learnt and feed it back to everyone. Because at the end of the day, if I can make mistakes and someone else can learn from them, including myself, it's been worthwhile, because we all learn more from our mistakes than we do from his victories. Also, EvE, just like I was saying previously, there's something about it what draws me back, so I may even do a video explaining this in a bit more detail, so showing people who obviously may not played EvE before and see what they think of it, and draw them in and get them to feed back their responses. But yeah, other things we may be looking at, so we've said we're going to be covering our exploration and a little bit of combat this time. May even look at doing some PvP for the first time, because previously, when I was playing, I did train up my stealth bomber skills. For not all maximum yet, but I would be able to fly one now. So this again, I do expect to lose quite a few stealth bombers to start with, but it's something I've always fancied having a go at in EvE. Something about being the hunter, and in stealth bomber, it's even more being a hunter, because you can stay hidden until the last second, and then hopefully, if it all works, unleash holy hell upon the target. So to start with, we'll just go around hunting some exploration frigates, so we'll be on the other side of where we are currently now. So fingers crossed we can get some kills there. Then we'll gradually work it up to bigger targets, and hopefully move away from stealth bombers at some point into bigger ships and get involved in more PvP on a bit of a larger scale. Other things, if people are interested, I may start looking at the industrial side of things, of obviously how players can earn money without having to be involved in combat. So we've obviously covered exploration, but we may go into the mining front and a little bit of information on there and production as well. But yeah, as a whole, EvE Online, it's going to be great to be back. It's a game I have missed, and I'm really looking forward to getting playing it again. So this is Iron Tyrant, and over and out, and fly safe out there.